Hey yo, hi guys, this is my welcome bio. Working on a lab here titled Frame Relay Lab Revision, and the idea behind this lab is to provide as much uh, revision material as possible for those taking the CCNA exam. Now, I do know many that have actually been practicing and working on getting this certification, but um, some guys have been asking me, okay, we want a lab that can incorporate as much stuff as possible. So that's the idea behind this. Now, the topics that we're going to cover in this lab, as you can see, this is the image of the lab. I hope I can make it bigger. If I zoom in, oh, well, a little too much. All right, so, but the whole idea behind this is to um, is to be able to follow the instruction, be able to interpret stuff, and um, knock out a lot of the topics that you are expected to, or you would see in either your ICND one, ICND two, or both exams mixed together. I think that's the 200 120. All right, so let's go to the topics. Now, the topics are one, we're going to be dealing with login and login parameters. Just a quick review. In addition to that, you're going to actually have to log in to the lab, onto the GNS3 lab, and we're going to be doing that using an access server or a switch, whichever I have provisioned. In this video, I'll display both, and I'll try to run it over there. Now, those who log in would have limited um, will have limited scope of what they can do. Maybe they could just only telnet or SSH or stuff like that off it, so that I can protect the access layer. But you would actually have full functionality in the lab, and the reason behind that is to allow every person or every participant to be able to um, not only access the lab, get engaged, but also learn from what other people are doing by seeing exactly what they're doing while we work on it together. All right. Now, the other topic we'll be working on is we'll be working on the IP subnetting, um, configuring DNS and DHCP. We might touch that. Otherwise, I will just show. I might display how I did that on some of the labs or the switch or whatever I have available. In addition to that, we're going to deal with frame relay. We're going to discuss briefly LMI, PVC, and DLCs and their importance. Um, we're going to work with sub interfaces. We're going to deal with routing protocols like OSPF, EIGRP. Now, I do know that um, redistribution is uh, pretty much CCNP, but I feel it will be a great opportunity to not only review what you have learned in routing protocols in terms of OSPF, EIGRP, but also have a taste of what you're going to be doing in the future in CCNP. All right. And we're going to have a default route configured. In addition to that, we're going to have layer 3 and layer 2 ether channel. We'll be able to tell the difference between the two and actually how to configure it. Now, for the layer 2 ether channel, it might not be, I'm not sure how GNS3 will really do that. I'm actually still thinking about it if I can put it off on GNS3. I don't have the IOU on my GNS3 anyway working, so I can't simulate layer 2 devices very well. In If that happens, I'll just run it on Packet Tracer for all to see. You can practice that. I'll also make the Packet Tracer lab available, so you can actually tell the difference between each channel 2 and each channel 3, layer 3 anyway. Then we're going to work with IP services, and we're going to deal with syslogs, SNMP server, and if possible NetFlow. I do know that there are ways whereby you can install a NetFlow collector, in particular NFSen or NFSen. It's NFSen is used. I've seen it configured in FreeBSD. but I'm not sure I can do it on Raspbian, which is the Linux version I'm using for my Arch, or my Raspberry Pi or my Arch system. So if it's possible, yes. If it's not, then um, we'll just have to work with maybe an option to go about it is to use a packet tracer. But it will be really cool to have that the NFSen working, and you actually do a lab with the Genus Tree server, and we can go on the Linux device and look at the collector, see the drill downs, and be able to actually do what you will be doing in an office if working in an office, and you're performing monitoring solutions. All right. In addition to that, we may have other topics that like troubleshooting. We may be doing some troubleshooting while configuring. Yes, we'll be doing some troubleshooting, and after the configuration I will try and break some stuff and we'll be troubleshooting too. Now please note this video is going to be a mix of recorded versions, as in like what I'm doing right now without much of an audience, and the live version where we're actually working with people and people are doing stuff. So I'm going to mix it up and down like that. In addition to that, I'm hoping to keep the videos under 15 minutes so that it's manageable. All right, so let's get started. Woohoo!